Good morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant. The top stories first. Congress leaders say the government has no room for failure. Maoist Centre advises for a common code of conduct. The health chief of Birtamore taken under custody for hiding 100 vials of varicella vaccines. Vaccines recovered and investigation underway. COVID-19 cases rising in the country. Rate of positive cases reaches 25%. Israel accuses Iran over deadly oil tanker attack. The incident indicates a serious escalation in tensions in the region. And Alexander Zverev thrashes Novak Djokovic to reach the Olympics final. China leads the medals tally with 19 gold medals. And now the news in detail. Ruling Nepali Congress MP Pradeep Giri has said that the current government led by Sher Bahadur Deuba does not have the option of failure. In a meeting of the House of Representatives on Friday, he warned that if the coalition government fails, the law and order in the country will take a major hit. Giri urged Prime Minister Deuba to expand the cabinet according to what the people want. Similarly, CPN Maoist Central Standing Committee member and former Minister Giriraj Mani Pokhrel said that a joint mechanism should be formed to run the government. During a special session of the House of Representatives, Pokhrel said that a common program and code of conduct should be formulated on behalf of the ruling coalition. CPN-UML Vice Chairman Bhim Rawal has demanded the government to submit the Millennium Challenge Corporation MCC Implementation Agreement to the Parliament. Speaking at a special meeting of the House of Representatives on Friday, he said that some provisions in the MCC Implementation Agreement were against the state and warned not to allow them to be passed by the Parliament without any amendment. He further stated that some of the provisions enlisted in the MCC were against the Constitution of Nepal and were against Nepal's sovereignty and independence. As just, it should not be approved by the government of incumbent Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba. Locals have taken control of the city's health chief as well as 100 vials of varicella vaccine which was hidden in a hotel in Birtamore, Chapa. Public Health Chief Om Kharka was discovered hiding the vaccine in a hotel Timeless Moment in Birtamore on Friday. The local youth discovered the hidden vaccine and the Public Health Chief of Birtamore town while they were complaining that the corona vaccine was only given to those close to them. Om Kharka, the city's public health chief, has been calling residents near the hotel to get vaccinated for the past few days. Kharka, on the other hand, defended himself by claiming that the vaccine was brought at the hotel because he was in quarantine. However, Kharka only checked in that day as per the hotel records. Kharka had previously been charged with concealing the vaccine and selling it for Rs 10,000 per person. Locals claim that since the corona pandemic began, Kharka, who owns a drug wholesale shop in Birtamore, has been selling goods worth millions of rupees to the municipality from his own company. Shrawan Kumar Timalsina, the Chief District Officer of Japa, said that the vaccine had been recovered and that an investigation was underway. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The country reported 3,611 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday, according to Ministry of Health and Population. The new cases were confirmed from 9,786 RT-PCR tests and 4,878 antigen tests conducted during the same period, the ministry said in its routine virtual press conference yesterday. Likewise, 1,816 COVID-19 patients recovered during the reference period, taking the recovery caseload to 652,261 till date. The recovery rate is still 94.1%. Meanwhile, 27 people lost their lives to coronavirus infection during the past 24 hours. With this, the number of people succumbing to the flu-like infection stands at 9,834. And now the news from the economic front. The Nepal Army has stated that 97.35% of the total allocated workload of the Kathmandu-Tarai Madhes Fast Track Road project has progressed in the fiscal year 2077-78. The Army has further stressed that the disputes in some places along the route has to be sorted with initiation from the central level. A report.
In a press conference organized by the Nepal Army on Friday, the annual work progress status of the Kathmandu-Tarai Madhes Fast Track Road project for the fiscal year 2077-78 and the current fiscal year was updated. Presenting the annual program of 2078-79, Project Chief Assistant Rathi Vikas Pokhrel said that the last fiscal year, the annual progress was 97.35% out of the allocation of Rs 8.96 billion. As of 2076-77, the overall physical progress was 11.11%. He said that additional 5.10% of the total work set of the project was completed in 2077-78 BS. He also clarified that the target of 16.21% progress is also close to being achieved with 16.10% completed. Pokhrel said that the total length of the road section project is 72.5 km, out of which 44.1 km or 90% of the work has been completed, stating that the construction of access road and Belly Bridge is underway. Pokhrel informed that out of 5,172 rupees of land required for the project, 4,745 rupees of land has been acquired completely, and compensation of 427 rupees of land is yet to be distributed. The Nepal Army is of the view that the budget required for the project, which is targeted to be completed in the fiscal year 2080-81 BS, should be ensured. The Army had stressed on the need to take initiative from the central level to resolve the issue, as the work of the project has been affected due to COVID-19 and the local dispute in Kokna Bungmati area, which has affected the project.
Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. Israel has accused Iran of being behind an attack on an oil tanker in which two crew members, a British national and a Romanian citizen, were killed. The MB Mercer Street, operated by the London-based company Zodiac Maritime, was off Oman's coast in the Arabian Sea when the incident occurred on Thursday. The company, which belongs to Israeli shipping magnate Eyal Ofer, said it was working to establish what had happened. But Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid on Friday blamed Iranian terrorism. Iran is not just an Israeli problem, Mr. Lapid said in a statement, adding that the world must not be silent. However, details of the attack on the Liberian-flagged Japanese-owned tanker remains unclear. Iran has not yet commented on the allegations. The incident appears to be a serious escalation in tensions in the region, and some reports suggest that a drone was involved. A spokesperson for the UK government said it was also trying to urgently establish the facts. Our thoughts are with the loved ones of a British national who has died following an incident on a tanker off the coast of Oman, the statement said. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Novak Djokovic's bid for Olympic gold ended, and Ethiopia's Selemon Berega was a surprise champion in the 10,000 meter as the Tokyo Olympics continued to throw up shocks on day 7. World number 1 Djokovic had been aiming to complete a golden slam but lost to Germany's Alexander Zverev, who told the Serb, "You can't win everything." Another of the pre-games favorites, Simone Biles, threw further doubt over whether she will complete in the rest of her gymnastics finals, as an Olympics being held in the most unusual of circumstances carried on its theme of uncertainty. Already being held in a country where many people were reluctant to host the games during the global pandemic, the local mood was further dampened by a surge in COVID-19 cases that prompted. And in the swimming pool, the mood was darkened by questions over given their country's hopes doping scandals. Great Britain's Jessica Learmonth, Johnny Brownlee, Georgia Taylor Brown and Alex Yee produced a superb performance to win the inaugural Olympic triathlon mixed rally. Ethiopia's Selimon Barega upset world champion and world record holder Joshua Cheptegei to claim 10,000-meter gold in Tokyo's first athletic final. World champions, the United States, reached the semi-finals of the Olympic women's football tournament at Tokyo 2020 following a penalty shootout victory over the Netherlands. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Congress leaders say the government has no room for failure. Maoist Center advises for a common code of conduct. The health chief of Birtamore taken under custody for hiding 100 vials of varicella vaccines. Vaccines recovered and investigation underway. COVID-19 cases rising in the country. Rate of positive cases reaches 25%. Israel accuses Iran over deadly oil tanker attack. The incident appears to be a serious escalation in tensions in the region. And Alexander Zverev thrashes Novak Djokovic to reach the Olympics final. China leads the medals tally with 19 gold medals. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.